Hey Canucks fans, Matthew Highmore was back at practice. It's Canada versus the USA for Olympic gold, and my bowling league started again last night. I am Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take on one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Wednesday, February the 16th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Okay, a warning. This video is going to be very light in the Canucks news department. I want to talk about 3 or 4 things very quickly, and then at the end give you a massive update on my bowling league to set the stage for the rest of my Wednesday vlogs for the rest of the year. So if you want to hear more about bowling, make sure you stick to the very end of this video. Okay, Canucks, they do play next tomorrow in San Jose, a quick 1-game road trip, and they're going to welcome Quinn Hughes back to the lineup, which is awesome. Obviously, he makes that defense a lot better. Our best defenseman, goes without saying. And then they're also going to welcome back Matthew Highmore to the lineup. So I guess if your last name starts with H, there was Hamnick last game, or Hughes and Highmore tomorrow, then you can play for the Vancouver Canucks. Now, with Matthew Highmore, he's been out for the past couple of weeks because of COVID, just like Hughes was. Hughes did his quarantining in the States, whereas I think Highmore was up here, and he was close to returning for the last couple of days, but now he did return to practice. He talked to the media about how excited he was, how he was almost nervous, excited to get back. And the Canucks are a much better team with them. Matthew Highmore, along with Juho Lammikko and Tyler Mott, have become a really good, reliable utility line, whether those guys are killing penalties. Sometimes they're playing 3-on-3 in overtime. Other times they're a shutdown line. Once in a while, they'll pop an important goal, whatever it is. This is a really good line. And I talked about Luke Schenn being our unsung hero a couple days ago. I think Matthew Highmore and Juho Lammikko and Tyler Mott, all 3 of those guys are also unsung, more or less, given the higher profile of most of our other forwards. So I think obviously huge addition to the lineup, and Highmore is going to be a really good addition as well, reuniting that utility line, like I like to call them. So I'm presuming the Canucks are going to line up like this tomorrow night. It'll be Miller, Horvat, Besser as your new top line, Pettersson, Podkolzin, Höglander as your second line, then Dickinson, Pearson, and Garland as your third line, and then Mott, Lammikko, Highmore reunited as the fourth line. I really like that. That means Chason would draw out. With Hughes coming in, it's a little different because it depends, I think, depending on who you put him with, will dictate who stays in and who goes out. So we know OEL and Myers are going to stay. If you play Hughes with Hamnick, then you want Schenn there. So then you either play one of Hunt or Burrows. So maybe then you go Hunt with Schenn as your third pairing, because Hunt's more of a left side guy, and then with Schenn on the right, and then Hughes and Hamnick. However, if you play Hughes with Schenn, then do you still go Hunt and Hamnick on, or do you bring in Burrows there? Again, Burrows can play left side or right side. So I think that it'll be Hughes, Hamnick, and Schenn, some combination of those 3, and then you have to choose between Burrows or Hunt. So it'll really be up to Bruce Rougeau. Burrows hits a lot. Hunt's probably the better skater, so it depends what kind of lineup you want to dress. I think Burrows has been more effective than Hunt this season by a small margin. So we'll see how that goes, and I fully expect it to be Thatcher Demko tomorrow night when the Canucks play in San Jose. So that's how the Canucks may line up. The biggest news, again, Highmore returning to practice, and Hughes going to join them in San Jose tomorrow. Tonight's live stream, usually at 10 p.m., but I want to wait till the conclusion of the Canada-US gold medal game. We got a gold medal game. Yes, it's women, because the men, both U.S. and Canadian men, lost in their quarterfinal matchups, kind of anticlimactic. But for the women, it's the matchup that we fully expected to see, and we fully expect to see at all major tournaments. Canada and U.S., 8 o'clock Pacific, so that'll likely end somewhere between 10 and 10:15, maybe 10:30 at the late end. So I'm going to start my live stream tonight at 10:30 p.m. I'm going to watch the entire game, and then we can talk about it on my live stream along with some Canucks news as well. So I hope you join me tonight for my live stream at 10:30, not at 10, after we watch the Canada-US game. What am I going to predict? Well, I usually predict 4-2, but that seems a little bit high scoring. Yeah, why not? Isn't that the score that that Canada beat the US in the preliminary round? So I'm going to go 4-2 once again, although it's kind of weird to have the same score. But yeah, let's go 4-2 Canada, and let's go with Poulin as the first goal scorer. So if you want, like I do at Canucks game, put down a score prediction of your first, your final score and your first Canadian woman goal scorer. By the way, you may have noticed I'm back at the scene of the crime, or the scene of the almost crime from yesterday. I want to show you that I'm confident, and I'm okay with being back here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch yesterday's vlog again, and how I almost got hit by a woman outside there making basically what turned out to be a 7-point turn, when she could have easily just driven up 15 feet and done a full U-turn, but instead she decided to turn right where that white car is. So, but the car from yesterday is not around, so I made sure I checked it out before I started recording today. But I still got a lot of funny feedback for you guys. You're very impressed with my ability to stay composed despite almost getting smoked by a car on my immediate left. Okay, enough about that. So we covered the driver from yesterday. We covered the Canadian-US gold medal game. We covered the fact that I'm live streaming at 10:30, and we covered the fact that the Canucks are going to play tomorrow in San Jose. Oh, one other thing, new general manager Patrik Allvin was on the radio, Sportsnet 650, the Canucks Hour with Thomas Drance, and then Thomas Drance wrote an article about it in The Athletic afterwards. Basically, Patrik Allvin saying he's worked really hard since he's been here, only 10 days, 3 weeks on the job, 10 days in Vancouver, but he's really taking the time to get to know the coaching staff, the front office staff, and especially the players and scouts, players especially. And he basically said there's no rush to make any moves. Yes, they're going to look at making moves, but they have 5 weeks until the March 21st trade deadline. So there's nothing that has to be done now, nothing that has to be done by the end of February. They have until March the 21st. So that doesn't mean they're not going to do anything. It just means they're going to take their time in doing so. And I think that is a wise move, considering there aren't any really UFAs to worry about. All the big names, at least, Besser's an RFA, and Miller and Horvat don't come up until next season. So we will see what happens. But obviously that's going to be one of the biggest talking points here in Vancouver leading up to the next 5 weeks. I'm going to do my wrap up now, and then I'll do my bowling at the very end. And by the way, I want to give a shout out to Jaden. Speaking of bowling, Jaden is a friend of one of the bowlers that I bowl with every Tuesday night. So I want to give a shout out to Jaden. I was supposed to do this at the start of the video, so hopefully Jaden made it this far. And I was supposed to give the shout out back in the fall. So Jaden, thank you for watching these videos. I appreciate your loyalty. Okay, so let's do the wrap-ups now. I want to give a thank you to my sponsors, Perform and Transform, Personal Training and Weight Loss. Sign up now for a free 7-day trial using the link in my video descriptions below. And shout out to also Van City Experts Real Estate Group. Contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. And to my legends, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang, hero member nucksfan number 29, Hall of Fame members Jens 95, simalexander, Chris Seifert, Adam Brewfield, Shannon Hollingworth, HSM Fangirl Gaming, Smooth Groove, Funk You, and Carol Bovenlander. Thanks for your support as always, and thanks to the support of all members of all levels. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this or my videos, or the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. Subscribe if you'd like to, like this video if you'd like to, become a member or upgrade if you'd like to, leave a comment down below if you'd like to. Final score prediction for Canada-US gold medal women's Olympics tonight, and first Canadian goal scorer. And once again, a big shout out to Jaden. Thank you for watching these videos. Okay, now the next 3 minutes are gonna be about bowling. If you care about this kind of thing, if you care about what happens in my life, you will stay. And if not, it's fine. You can buzz off now, and no foul, no harm, no foul. But if you make it to this end, I would love to hear in the comments too what you thought about my bowling performance. Okay, so I'll explain this to you in detail this one time, and then going forward every Wednesday, I'll just simply give you the results. So every Tuesday night I bowl in a league. Every Wednesday I like to give a quick bowling update at the end. So this is a trios league, so I'm in a team of 3 people. I'm the leadoff, meaning the worst of the 3 bowlers. So this year I'm not playing with Jake or Sean's, and I got drafted by a different team, which is pretty exciting. So I am the leadoff, Clay. Ambi is A-M-B-I-E. He's our middle guy, and then Jeff is our captain, our anchor, the guy who drafted me. So we play against another team of 3, and we play 4 games. And each game individually is worth 2 points, and then total point for the game, total pinfall, is worth 4 points. So there's 10 points available in each game. So game 1, it's me against Norm. That's worth 2 points. Then it was Ambi against Sean, a different Sean. That was worth 2 points. Then Jeff against Brandon, their anchor. So that was worth 2 points. So 2, 2, 2, 6 points worth there, individual. And then add all the pinfall up, and then that's another 4 points to whichever team wins. So you can get a total of 10 points per game, 4 games. That makes 40 points. And then we do the same for the very end. Whoever had the highest pinfall between the two leadoffs gets 2. Whoever the total pinfall for 4 games for the middle guy, total pinfall for the anchors, 2, 2, 2, and then total pinfall overall, another 4. So picture 4 games worth 10 points each, and then totals worth 10. So you can get a total of 50 points per week. Well, last night we started off so well, but we ended up losing 28-22. We ended up losing 28-22, but what was crazy is we won the first 2 games, 8-2, 8-2. That means 2 of the 3 of us won our individual matchups, and then we won the total points, right? 2, 2, and 4. So we won 8-2, we won 8-2, then we lost 8-2, and then we got swept 10-0 in the final game. And then when you add up all the totals, 2 of us won total pinfall, 1 of us didn't, so that's 4 out of 6. But then the other team won total pinfall. So that added all up, they beat us 28-22. What was crazy in the final game, their anchor had a perfect game all the way to the 10th frame, then went strike 9 miss for a total of 289. So he almost had a 300. What's even crazier is then our anchor went, and he had a spare in the first, but he went strike. So if he struck out in the final, he would have had 290. He would have beat a guy 290, 289, but our guy also went spare then 9. So then he ended up with a 279. Yeah, so we witnessed a match 289 beating 279, which was crazy. And that's their team played so well in the 4th game. That's how they end up winning total pinfall. But for me, thank you for asking, I got 6 out of 10 points. So I beat the guy in the first game 197 to 168. Then the second game, he beat me 168 to 165. So close. Third game, I beat him 203 to 150 something. And the last game, he had a good game. He beat me 225 to 180. So total pinfall, I had 745. He had 721. So I won 2 out of the 4 games, 2 plus 2. And then I won total pinfall against him, another 2. So I got 6 out of 10 points against my guy. So I went, 197, which I was very happy about, 165, 203, 180 for an average of 186.25. That is the best I've ever bowled in league with a 186 average. Remember, I was entering with a 165 average. So that's 20 points over my average. So I was very happy with how I bowled. Brand new ball, as I've talked about here, for my kids on Christmas. And I just bowled a very safe, strong, relaxed game. So overall, I bowled very well. 2 games basically at 200, which is huge for me. And this was my highest total ever at 745. Again, with games of 197, 165, 203, and 180, adding up to 745 for an average of 186.25. However, I got 6 points. Our middle guy got 6 points. Our bottom guy, our anchor, only got 2 points because the other anchor was just as good. Those guys are amazing. One guy shot 960, his opponent, and then my guy shot 899, which is still awesome. Anything over 800 is good because that's 200 per game. And then they beat us in total pinfall, 2460 to 2420. 2420 is huge. 2420 divided by 12 games, that means we averaged over 200 a game, but so did they. So that's how we wound up. So we went 6, 6, 2, so that's 14. And then we only got 8 out of the 20 total pinfalls. So that's why we only got 22 out of 50 points. So I know that was a big 5-minute long explanation, but every Wednesday morning now, I'm going to walk in here and I'll just rattle off numbers, rattle off stats, and you know what I'm talking about. So all you need to know about me is I bowled a 186 average yesterday. I got 6 out of 10 points, but our team only got 22 out of 50. Okay, if you made it this far, you are a true hero, truly. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Put a comment down below to know that to let me know that you made it this far, and I will give you my eternal gratitude. Okay, friends, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, have a great day, enjoy the gold medal game. Go Canada. God bless. Go Canucks go, and go Canada go.